When I'm preparing to bead crochet a chain, I do all the stitches just this way. It's a simple chain. So let me show you with this exaggerated size hook and yarn and wooden beads. I need to start by making a slip knot on the hook. So I'll cross the threads into a loop. This is my tail end. I'm going to put my hook inside the loop and then snag a little bit of the tail by doing a yarn round hook and pulling that through the loop. So now I have one slip knot on the hook. So for the rest of the stitches, I allowed my thread to lay in the palm of my hand, and I sort of curl my fingers around it, and then I use my index finger like a tension bar on a sewing machine so that the yarn comes up over my index finger towards me, and then I can pinch with my middle finger and thumb the previous stitch so that when I snag the yarn, or what they technically call yarn round hook, when I snag the yarn and slide it through the stitch that's on my hook, it does it in one fell swoop like that. So again, I hold my stitch with my thumb and middle finger so that there's some tension on that, and then the thread comes up over my index finger with some tension there, so that when I back my hook in and yarn around the hook, I can sneak it through the stitch. So let's do a couple more of these fluid stitches. So this is taut, and I back into the yarn and slide it through the loop. I go yarn around the hook and slide it through the loop. Whoops, and if it comes off, you just put your hook in there and you're good to go. So now let's incorporate a bead. So I'm going to slide a bead down close. Again, I'm going to tension my thread by having it over my index finger. I'll tension the previous stitch by pinching it, and then I yarn around the hook just beyond the bead and slide it through the loop that's on the hook. Now I could pull it really tight, but I want the stitch to be long enough, this part through here, to be the length of whatever bead we're working with, whether it's a fire polish bead or a pointy little dagger bead or a round bead. So again, we're going to slide the next bead down close. There's tension on the thread, tension on the previous stitch, so I yarn around the hook and now sneak the yarn through the loop that was on the hook. So now I have a new loop on the hook. So every bead we pull down and capture it in a chain stitch. So again, we yarn around the hook and sneak it through the loop. There you go. That's how we're going to do all the projects in our multi-chain bead crochet necklace. Thank you.